Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lesson 130 in A Course in Miracles. It is impossible to see two worlds. Perception is consistent. What you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Your values are determiners of this. For what you value, you must want to see, believing what you see is really there. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value, and no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. Yet who can really hate and love at once? Who can desire what he does not want to have be reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Fear must make blind, for this is its weapon. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. Love and perception must go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what there is. What then can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? Truth is eclipsed by fear, and what remains is but imagined. Yet what can be real in blind imagining of panic born? What would you want this? What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? Fear has made everything you think you see, all separation, all distinctions, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world. They are not there. Love's enemy has made them up. Yet love can have no enemy, and so they can have no cause, no being, and no consequence. They can be valued, but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. Today we will not seek for them, nor waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. It is impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap of any kind. Seek for the one, the other disappears. But one remains. There the range of choice between which your decision cannot go. The real and the unreal are all there are to choose between, and nothing more than these. Today we will attempt no compromise when none is possible. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice as all-embracing as its opposite. What we would learn today is more than just the lesson that you cannot see two worlds. It also teaches that the one you see is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. It is all peace because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. 6 times today, in thanks and gratitude, we gladly give 5 minutes to the thought that ends all compromise and doubt and goes beyond them all at once. We will not make 1,000 meaningless distinctions, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality as we devote our minds to finding only what is real. Begin your searching for the other world by asking for strength beyond your own and recognizing what it is you seek. You do not want illusions, and you come to these 5 minutes emptying your hands of all the petty treasures of this world. You wait for God to help you as you say, "It is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance." God will be there, for you have called upon the great unfailing power which will take this giant leap with you in gratitude. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for though it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld you as you made this choice. Dismiss temptation easily today, whenever it arises, merely by remembering the limits of your choice. And hell or heaven comes to you as one. Accept a little part of hell is real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight, and what you will behold is hell indeed. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice to take place of everything that hell would show to you. All you need to do to say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this: It is impossible to see two worlds. I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not part of what I want. And that is lesson 130. It is impossible to see two worlds. And Jesus' commentary through Tina Spalding is as follows. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. It is important for you to truly grasp the magnificent power of your mind. Your mind decides between love and fear every second of every day. If you suffer, then you have chosen fear. If you are happy, content, relaxed, and inspired, then you have chosen love. If you find yourself deep in suffering, then it is important for you, even if you don't know how you're doing it, to accept the possibility that you are very fearful and that you are mischoosing and miscreating throughout your day. That is why you feel anxious. That is why you feel angry. That is why you feel fearful. That is why you feel unloved and unfairly treated. These are all clues. These are negative feelings. These negative feelings are your guidance system. Remember, your guidance system is your umbilical cord to the mothership, to home, God, love, or whatever you want to call it. And it operates at a frequency of love connected to divine truth. You are an extension of that divine truth, and your natural frequency, when you are connected to Source, is love. That is what your guidance system is. It's a loving beacon for you to know when you are in accord with your higher purpose, your truth, and to know when you are in alignment with God's will for you. You feel good. You feel content. You do not always feel exactly happy, but you feel as if you are on the right track. And I believe when she spoke this, it was you do not always feel ecstatically happy, but you feel as if you are on the right track. When you are off track, lost in the weeds, or taking a detour away from your purpose and God's will for you, you feel awful. That awful feeling can come in simply being by having a hateful thought about yourself. I am unsuccessful. If you have that thought, you immediately get feedback from your guidance system saying, no, that's not correct. You get negative feedback and negative emotional response. If you say to yourself, I'm doing really quite well. I'm not exactly where I'd like to be, but I'm heading in the right direction. Then you feel relief. That feeling of relief is you heading towards your purpose. Now, relief is not the result of this work. You also find peace and joy and happiness. Relief means you have stepped up from the suffering you previously felt even a moment before. That is what we want you to grasp. We want you to truly grasp that when you are in alignment with love, you are in spirit, and that means you are in the love realm. That is your purpose. God's will for you here, what you have come to learn, and what you have come here to express. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a big fancy career. It can be growing seedlings in your greenhouse. It can be reading a book to your child. It can be going to the gym and having a satisfying workout session. It can be cooking a beautiful meal. It could even be all those things at different points in the day, because that is what you are inspired to do. You listen to your guidance system and your inspiration. When you are in the fear realm, there is resistance. There is complaining. There is fear. There are tears of sadness. There is stress. There is judgment. There is fear. We do not want to make you inhuman. We do not want you to feel what you are feeling, but we do not want you to not feel what you are feeling, but you must understand that if you are in a regular state of feeling off, then the decisions you make come from the fear thought system. The ego's thought system is a complete thought system. The Holy Spirit's thought system is a complete thought system. You sit right between these two, and you must decide. Are you going to step left into fear, or are you going to step right into love? These are very small decisions sometimes. Maybe you get off the bus a block early to get a little exercise. There's a loving thing to do for your body. If you feel you need to get a little movement because you're feeling stiff, hopping off the bus a block early to walk in the morning light is a loving act for yourself. You are saying, my body hasn't moved enough. I'm going to support it. These tiny decisions throughout the day build on each other. As you see the importance of these thousands of tiny decisions, you realize how you can change the trajectory of your life one choice at a time by choosing love over fear. That is what a miracle is. Where there used to be fear, you now choose love. We encourage you to really get down into the guidance system and ask yourself, where am I feeling bad on a consistent basis? And why am I feeling bad on a consistent basis? What unloving thing am I doing, thinking, eating, saying, and believing about myself or another that causes these negative feedbacks? That is your homework for today because you want to choose love. That means you must become aware of where you choose fear over love. You must now resolve to make a new decision, to choose again, to choose love. I am that one that you know is Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. It is impossible to see two worlds at the same time. We cannot see in love and hate at the same time. And so you can, moment by moment, choose love and then fear and then love and then fear, but you will receive the feedback. You will see the world accordingly. And so I go back to the emergency room analogy. And when people are brought into an emergency room, many of them, if they're not with family already, are very uptight, very stressed, very almost cranky when you start to work with them. And they may be escalating, and then they see a family member who walks into the door, and that fear is replaced by love. And they may cry, but you see them, that relief pours over them because there's someone that is there in their corner who will help them with this situation. That is such a good example of where love and fear cannot be in the same place. Another example is being frantically afraid because you don't know where a child is or a family member is. And so you are on hyper alert. And when you see them, that love rushes over you and you take them into your arms and you kiss them and you tell them how much you love them. When you let the fear step back in, that's when you may go, oh my gosh, what did you do to me? You know, I was scared to death. Now I'm mad. But you can't be in love and fear at the same time. We often flip back and forth. Always when you become aware, you have the opportunity to say, I'm in fear. Anything that is not love is fear. And so if you are angry, if you are jealous, if you are irritated or annoyed, if you are anxious, if you are sad or depressed, stressed, any of those emotions that are not love, that is a form of fear. And so when you have those emotions, just begin to become aware and say, this is fear, and I would choose love. I would choose love. I choose love. And when you can say, I choose love, you are acknowledging that you cannot see two worlds, and allow the universe to step in and help to guide you into that world of love. I often say that life on the infinity spectrum is a series of choices, and every choice shifts the angle of that trajectory a little bit, and we'll say to the left or to the right, like this example, to fear or to love. And so if you're going on your path and you choose fear, you go like that. And then if you choose fear again, you go like this. And then if you choose fear again, you go like this. But one choice of love can really almost hyper correct something depending on the choice. And love will help correct your course to the course of love alone. Good luck with this today. Practice it a lot. Become aware of how often you are in fear and begin to say that you choose love. Just make it a conscious choice and tell yourself, use that as a mantra, that I choose love. I choose love. I don't want to be in a world of fear. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.